Hey, it's me, Audrey Lee, and this is the story about how I got my Pixar Ball.
Because there's good people out here still that are just nice and want to be sweet. So I started crying. It was ridiculous, but what a wonderful Disney day. I just wanted to tell you guys that story. So thank you, Christopher. Thank you, Christopher's mom and dad. Bye, guys.
So this past weekend was the D23 Expo. It was my first D23 and my first convention of any kind. It was a whirlwind. I was a little bit overwhelmed on Friday because I'd never been. I walked in, it was crazy. I waited like 2 hours to even get in, which I didn't think was gonna happen. So I was a little bit overwhelmed. My first thought was, I'm not doing this in 2 years. This is crazy. But I kind of settled into it. I met up with some people that I knew, and everything was fine after that. But it was a little bit overwhelming. Towards the end of the convention, I guess you could say, and I had been just kind of circling the floor. One of my favorite booths was the Pixar booth. I love Pixar. They were also giving away a lot of freebies at the Pixar booth, so I would always kind of just come back and circle around and see what was going on. Well, I saw people walking around with Pixar balls, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted a Pixar ball. And for those of you who don't know, the only place that you could get like the full-size ones, like I guess like the size of a soccer ball, is at the Pixar animation studios in, I think it's in Hollywood or somewhere like further north than I usually go. It's more north than Disneyland. So I thought, you know, someday I'll drive up there and take the tour and buy a Pixar ball. But they were giving them away. Now they were only, you know, they're this size, so they're not the full-size ones, but still they were giving away for free, so I really wanted one. So everyone's like, oh, the line's back there. So I get in line. Well, I start to walk towards what I think is the end of the line, and it goes around and around, almost to the other end of the convention. But it was moving really fast. So I got in line, and we were just moving and moving. So I was like, oh, and one of the guys at the Pixar booth was like, get in line, like there's still a good chance that you'll get one. So I got in line, and the guy that got in right behind me said that the guy told him there was about 150 balls left, and that he counted about 90 people. Like he estimated that there was about 90 people in line. So at this point, I'm pretty positive that I'm gonna get a ball. I'm very excited. And we turn the next, like the last corner, and they're like, oh, we're done. There's no more. We're out of Pixar balls, and the line just like suddenly just like disperses. I knew that they were gone, but I thought, well, let me just keep walking towards the front of the line, because you never know. Maybe all these people are giving up too quick. I really wanted a ball. So I go to the front where they're giving away, and the guy's like, yeah, we're done. There's no more. We're all done. Sorry. And I was devastated. So sad. Now the thing that really got me was that there was a bunch of people just standing there still with their Pixar balls with these huge smiles on their faces. They were so excited that they got one, and I was just sitting there like, this sucks. There was this huge glass wall. It was like glass on either side, and they were filled from top to bottom with the regular size Pixar balls. And so everybody was standing in front of it, holding their Pixar ball and taking selfies, or like having people take pictures of them with their little mini one. And like I had even taken a selfie in front of that wall the day before. It was like a cool wall, but everybody was standing there. There was a ton of people. In fact, they'd formed a line to take a picture in front of the Pixar ball wall. So there's a ton of people standing there with Pixar balls. I know you guys might think like, who cares, it's just a ball, but I wanted one so bad that I started to offer people money for it. I just said, you know, if you don't want your ball, I'll buy it from you. I'll buy a ball from you if you don't want it. And I was just saying it to everybody. In fact, in the line of people taking their pictures, I just said it to all of them at once, and then I'd walk over here and say it to this person. And of course everyone's like, nope, no girl, you can't have a ball. Oh, well, you know, the line's right over there, you should get in line. I'm like, I already got in line, they're gone. It's really sad. Oh, I'm sorry, but no. So then I decided to up the ante. I actually took a $20 bill out of my wallet, a $20 bill, guys, and held it up, because sometimes people are more motivated when they can see the cash. I held it up and I was like, 20 bucks for the Pixar ball, $20 for your Pixar ball, I'll buy it. And still no takers. And I found a family. There was a mom and a dad and a son, and they had at least two. I don't know if they each had one, but I saw that the mom and the son were each holding one. And I offered them $20 for one of their Pixar balls, and they were like, no, sorry. So this had been about 5 minutes. I'd been walking around just asking, and I even asked the Pixar staff there, I said, you know, are you guys going to be giving any more out later? And he was like, no, sorry, that was it. So I'd basically given up at this point. Nobody wanted the 20 bucks. Like, apparently this thing is, yes. So I was just kind of standing there, but I'd given up at that point. And I turn around, and the son from the family I had seen earlier was walking towards me, and he just goes and handed it to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And I was like, here's your $20. So he took the $20. He was just kind of smiled or whatever. And then the mom, I see the mom is walking up to us, and she's like, oh my gosh, let me take a picture of you guys with the Pixar ball. So I was like, yeah, hold up your $20, I said to the son. And he was 13, by the way. He wasn't like a 6-year-old or something. He was 13. And I was like, yeah, hold up your $20. And she said, no, give that back to her. She said to her son, give that back to her. We don't want your money, she said to me. She's like, you can just have the ball. And I was like, are you serious? Are you sure? Like, I really want him, you know, to have the $20. He could buy something else with it. She's like, no. We just thought you really wanted it, so you should have it. Guys, I lost it. Now, I don't know if it was because it was day 3 and I was really tired or what, but I started crying, like actual tears over this plastic ball. And I was so embarrassed because I was like, why am I crying right now? And it wasn't because I got a Pixar ball. It was just the nicest thing, you know. The fact that I'd offered them money and she didn't take it. The fact that everybody wanted one and they just let me have it was what made me cry. It was like the fact that there's still people out there that are just nice to be nice. That are just kind because they have the ability to be kind. Really got to me, and I just was bawling. Like, so she I didn't see the picture. If you ever see this video, ma'am, please send me the picture. But I could just only imagine that I was holding the ball just like this. It's probably like the worst picture ever. I got the ball for free just because the kindness of people's hearts. I went over and I put the ball and my $20 back in my backpack, and now it's gonna have a spot here on my YouTube video shelf. I don't know where yet. What do you guys think? Here. Now, when I go to Pixar Studios someday, I'm still gonna buy a regular size one, and so this one will have a big brother. So that is the story of how I got my Pixar ball. And you know what? I actually looked it up on eBay because I knew people were gonna turn around and sell them. They're going for as little as $20 and up to $50 for this one, for this size one, not even the big one, for this. And I mean, I'm not selling mine. I got it because I wanted it. But anyway, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. Make sure that you check out my Patreon page so you can learn about how you can help my channel grow and how you can get some cool prizes from me every month from Disneyland. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love one another, and I will see you next time. Whoa!